This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo drops it off for Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down. And he is the NFC reigning Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
On first down, Garoppolo gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Man open, Rice. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12, fellas, here we go. 180!
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Go ahead.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Back 80! 13! Go ahead. 11!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Right, 380. 36 power. Right, check 51.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Run it. Move 15. Four down.
On second down, Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's go to work. Cut, 280. Don't take forever, okay?
From the gun, it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, first down throw. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go, here we go. By 20! 13! 11!
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Dante Fowler in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They do, however, have... a tough 3rd and long coming up. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this one's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught. Jones. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Gotta go. Zebra. 19.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Wait. 11. Make it go.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
11. Go. 21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cam Chancellor, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. This is taken in by Chad Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
21.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
11.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
I got you. Wait. 6. Go.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. Pretty rare penalty on the Pro Bowl left tackle, Joe Staley. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long.
Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Clear. Got it.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Gotta go. Tempo. Shotgun.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Wilson looking downfield for jump. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
95. 380.
They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
12. Right. There. Come to my work. We want it. Come to shotgun.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Be ready for one word. Be ready for one word. Switch, switch, switch. Check.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part went to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
12, 12. 13, 13. White.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that is incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Go ahead. 11. 13.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Go ahead. 21.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 38. They go read option with Wilson. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Shotgun. Gotta go. Play it. 12.
Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Let's go, 14. 12.
Wilson operating from the gun. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
12. Go ahead. 11.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
11. Hey, go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it.
21.
But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11. 12. Go ahead.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Man open, Rice. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
13.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw is Wilson, looking to throw on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go ahead. 11, 12, 13.
Garoppolo on first down. And that's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Go ahead. 13.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Go ahead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
49.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. And this is in the area of holding. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here?
Hurry up! Flag! 11. Hey, go! 13. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Run left.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Move 15. 19. Let's go, 14. 14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
13. 6.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Go ahead. 11.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go. Four down. Check. What? 380. Check three.
Freeman again. And he stopped immediately there. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun. Right there, 55. I'm going to run you over. Don't take forever, okay?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun. There. Gotta go. 29 is Mike. 14, front it. Front it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
I got you. Hey, gun. 13.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Garoppolo to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Go ahead.
Now Garoppolo. Got some room at the 30. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Willie Henry in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.